program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the #1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Boone. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Horned Frogs are threatening in the red zone. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Got a man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Fires into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So the TCU Horned Frogs offense has the ball for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Well, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
The play-action fake. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station, and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running behind that left side. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Offense working from the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Boone. Scrambling away. He'll let it go down the right side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they can't make the play on third down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Running it back, it's Weir. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The offense set for a first down play. Hands it off. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Looking to throw on third. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Hey, midfield, he's got room. He now has 108 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. To the air on first down. The throw. He's got his man. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Still looking on the move. Zings it complete to the right.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Catch in the middle. It's Madden. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage,
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Weir. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Cut. Easy.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Timber.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Boone. They'll run the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Big fullback's got it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. Stopped after making the catch. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quarterback moving. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out.
Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. He's looking to throw. This time on target. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Texas A&M going up tempo. Off play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the middle, and they can't make the connection on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. No good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly complete. Makes a catch and knocked down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pop the draw.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Shoots it to the left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And the Horned Frogs get it past the sticks.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Looking for a man, it's Boone. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Makes the grab. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field, and it's picked off at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, and not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they get the sack just like that. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Best. Across the 25, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
42, Spider.
They'll run play action. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. After that completion moves the sticks, it's first down. Quarterback extends the play. He'll throw one to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. That's reeled in. It's weird. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pressure coming. He looks that one in nicely. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Horned Frogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. The 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Got him downfield to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here comes the hurry up. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the back. Finds his man. It's Best. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Corner's going to give them room. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that 1st.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.